Dear students, we are going to start the Python programming. First, I am going to discuss the contents. So, we are going to discuss installation, features, Python interpreter, and its working, variables, data types, input, output statements, operators, and expressions. So, Python is the open source software. You can download it from the following website. And to execute that commands, we are using different editors. So IDLE, shell, file, okay, Jupyter Notebook. So I'm going to demonstrate on Jupyter Notebook. So even we can use Google Colab also. History of the Python. So Python is designed by Guido van Rossum. So he was the Dutch programmer actually. So he started the Python programming concept. He's a Dutch programmer and his master degree is from mathematics and computer science from University of Amsterdam. So he worked previously on ABC programming language. So he wanted to add some more features. So that's why he started the Python programming designing. So he has taken the concepts of some concepts from ABC programming and modular language, and he has taken the name from this Monty Python Flying Circus, which is a British comedy series. So he has taken the name, Python name from this. So during the Christmas holidays, he started the uh, working on this designing the Python. So the initial development and release timeline. So in the year 1989, so they started working on it. The first release 0.9, okay, in the year 1991. So in the year 1994, 1.0, Python 1.0 is launched. And in the year 2000, 2.0 released. And in the year 2008, Python 3.0. So as of now, it is the 3.11 is also running. So features of the Python. So it is easy to code and it is free and open source, object-oriented language, and graphical user interface, GUI, graphical user interface programming support, high-level language. So it is looking like our English language only, high-level language, and extensible. So we can extend the concepts, features, so whenever we want. So that is why it is trending actually. So we can use different features and can add different packages. Okay. So portable language, interpreted language, and we are using large standard libraries, dynamically typed languages. So this Python was introduced before Java only, but now it is trending because of this data science and artificial intelligence, machine learning. So it is easy to write the code actually. So that's why it is trending now. So actually the working procedure of the Python. So generally we are writing the source code in the editor. So it is converting, okay, so into bytecode using this interpreter. So generally we are using interpreter. Interpreter means line by line it is checking. So checks line by line, line by line. So if it is compiler, generally it is checking at a time. Okay. And it is checking line by line. Suppose if there is any error in a particular line, so it will give. It will stop the execution. It will give the error. So line by line it is checking actually. So the conversion is taking place. It is converting to byte code. Okay, virtual machine. So finally we are getting the result. So Python using the interpreter actually. Generally C language, C++, it is using compiler. So here Python is using interpreter. So variables. So it is also similar conditions like C++. So Python is a dynamically typed language. So we do not declare the variables before using them. Actually in C++ we are using int, char, float. So before using only the variable, but here not required. So directly we can use a is equal to some 10 we can use. So it will be considered as a integer automatically. Suppose if I use b is equal to some 12.87, so it will be considered as a float. Okay, suppose if I use s equal to nmms, so automatically it will be converted as a string. So you need not declare separately. So that is the advantage. And so next, the remaining procedure will be same actually. Memory locations will be created. Okay. Here, if you consider A, so there is a memory location. The 10 will be stored in this. Okay. Similarly, for B, there is a memory location. So here 12.87 will be stored in the memory location. And a variable is created the moment we first assign a value to it. So at the time of assigning the value, automatically it is created. And variable name given to memory location, and it is basic unit of storage in program. The variable stored in variable can be changed during program execution. The variable is only a name given to a memory location. All operations done on the variables affects that memory location. And rules for creating variables, it is also similar to our C++ only. So generally, the variable name must start with a letter, okay, or underscore also okay. And variable name cannot start with a number. Suppose if I am giving a b is equal to 10, it will be accepted. Even if I am giving underscore a b is equal to 13, also accepted. But if I give 2ab equal to 14, okay, it will not be considered. So the variable name. So similarly, underscore allowed, but we should not start with the number. Similarly, you can give like this a underscore b equal to 15. This is also acceptable. Okay, but other characters not acceptable. Suppose if you are taking special characters, okay, suppose a star b, this is not acceptable. This is not acceptable. Suppose a at the rate equal to 17, it is not acceptable. Suppose a space b equal to 18, it is not acceptable. Okay. So special characters are not allowed other than underscore. Only underscore is allowed. And it is case sensitive actually. Case sensitive means suppose if I am giving a is equal to 10, so there is a memory location, okay, for that 10 is stored. But if I give a equal to 13, okay, there is another memory location. So another memory location will be created. A is another memory location, 13 will be stored. So small a is different, capital A is different. It is case sensitive. And generally we should not give the reserved words. Keywords we should not give. Suppose print is the keyword generally. So we should not give print print equal to some 10. This is not acceptable. Print is already reserved. So it is not acceptable. So data types. So generally in Python we are using text type, that is str, and numerical type, that is integer, float, complex also acceptable, and boolean type, bool. Bool means either true or false. True or false. True or false. So generally we are using by default we are using these three data types. We are using text type, numerical type, boolean type. So we will see some simple examples in the execution. Jupyter is already installed in the system. I'm using this. So here x is equal to hello world. So this will be considered as the str automatically. So we need not give string like that. X is equal to 20. So automatically it will be considered as integer. X is equal to 20.5. It will be considered as a float automatically. X is equal to 1j. So complex number. So generally we are giving complex number. Suppose x is equal to 2 plus 3j. Generally we are using j here for imaginary. Okay. In mathematics, generally they are using I, 2 plus 3i. But here 2 plus 3j. So like this. So we will go to execution part. So still it is loading. So if you want to know the type, so even you don't mention the data type, it will be converted as a string. It will be converted as a int. So how to know this? With the help of type function. So just you store the value and type, print a type of x. So it will give int. It will give int. Similarly, float also. If you want to know the type of the data, we have to use type function. Type function we have to use. Here we can go to file, new, notebook. Yeah, this type of command will be okay. So print. So whenever you want to execute the command, shift enter we have to use. Okay. Execute the command. You need to just shift enter. Shift plus enter have to use. So now you see a equal to 10. Shift enter. So a is already stored here. I did not give integer like that. So if you want to know, just use type of here. So integer like that. B equal to something 13 float. Okay. So if you want to know type B float. Similarly, S equal to something. Okay. So type of S will be given. And D equal to some complex number. So if you want to know type of this. complex. We can get the type of the data with the help of type function. And here we can give length. Big values I can give. So generally it will not accepted in the C++. Even trillions also I can give. Trillions, more than trillions. So this will be accepted. Big values also accepted. Unlimited range I can give. And here, moreover, one more advantage is at a time, two values I can assign 12, comma 30. So it will be stored automatically. A equal to 12, B equal to 30. This will be C here, A value 12, B value 12. So this comma operator we can use. Comma operator. Using this comma, we can assign a comma. Yeah, this type already completed. Integer. So we can give unlimited length, positive or negative, without decimal behavior, and unlimited length. Unlimited length is acceptable. So in float means there is a decimal. Can give positive or negative with a decimal, containing decimal. And moreover here for exponential purpose, scientific numbers are acceptable. You can use E. E is nothing but 10 power something. Suppose if you see here, so this is nothing but 35 into 10 power 3. That is the meaning. That means the answer is 35,000. So we can use capital E also, same 12 into 10 power 4 means 4 zeros. So like this E 100 zeros. Okay. So like this E indicates it is 10 power of 10. Okay. So we'll see an example. Suppose A equal to 12 E 4 means 12 1,20,000. So like that. I can give some B equal to 9. Capital E also I can give. So 10 power 3. It is nothing but 10 power 3. Means 9 into 10 power 3. P value 9,000. H complex already I told you. J. Generally we are using J, okay, for imaginary part. And Boolean, yes. Boolean we didn't discuss. So let us see A equal to true. Yeah, true. Like this. B equal to false. So we have to give capital F only. First letter capital F. Here first letter capital T compulsory. So otherwise it will be treated differently. Suppose if I give small like this, it will not be considered as Boolean. Okay. It's not only capital T I have to give. Even we can convert with the help of type. Suppose if I want to convert int of A, so the answer will be 1. We can convert. Suppose int of B. B already stored with false. So int of B means 0. So we can convert the data type also. Suppose if I am giving C value 10.23, and if I want to convert it as a integer, so int of C I can 10 will be given. Suppose D equal to, suppose the integer is I want to convert to float. That is also possible. Float of D. So you will get 0.0, 0.0 extra you are getting. So like this we can convert. Type conversion is also possible. Type conversion. Okay. So X already stored with, just now I have shown you the examples. Okay. So here actually X stored with integer, but we are taking it as a is equal to float of x. That means it will be converted as 1.0. And here you see already y stored with the 2.8. So now it is converting into integer. So like this. An input output statement. Input generally we are using input statement. If you want to read the data from keyboard, okay, we can use input. If you want to print, we can use print statement. So we will see. Input is only for the taking the data from the keyboard. Just we will see a equal to input enter enter. So it is asking something I'm doing. Okay. So here the NMM is stored in A. So you see what is the type of A. Generally it is stored in string str. Suppose if I want number, okay, we have to use A is equal to int of input. Enter enter otherwise. And B equal to some float. If I want float number, can use float. Enter. Now I can add something. Okay. A plus B, anything you can do. And you can print it. So I'm giving two numbers and add it. This is possible. If I don't mention anything, it will be converted as string actually. If you want to take a number, you have to mention int. If you want decimal, you have to mention float. The remaining calculations are same, arithmetic operations, plus minus simple. And here the separators are there. The syntax of the print, values, separator, and end. End we can use. End means suppose if I want to use like this. Print NMMS print university. So now it is coming in the next line. Okay. Separately it is coming. NMMS in one line and university is in one line. Suppose I don't want like that. It should be in the same line. So we can use end. End equal to some space I can give. Now NMMS university will be in the same line. This we can use. So if you want to take the output in the same line, we have to use end. Otherwise, automatically by default, it will come into the next line. Generally, slash n indicates new line. You can use slash n here. If you use slash n, it will come in the next line. If you don't use slash n, it will be in the same line. And string function. Generally, we can use single quote or double quote. Both are acceptable. Single quote or double quote. Both are acceptable. And multi-line. Multi-line is also possible, but we have to use the three quotes. Let us see. A equal to something I am giving NMS. It will be considered. Even I am giving double quote also, it will be considered. But suppose if I am giving A equal to NMS, in the next line I am giving. When I am giving in the next line, it is giving error. But if you give three quotes, it will be accepted. Multi-line, more than one line, it is accepted. Okay, more than one line if I want to give, you can give. So this can be accepted. Yes. Slash n means next line. Slash n means next line. So if you want to give the string multiple line string, you can use single three quotes, double quotes or single quotes you can give. And Python operators we will see in the next class.